Hey, what's going on, guys? This is OZ Bulls. You can find me at StockTwits and on Twitter, OZ_Bulls. So just going to do a little recap of a couple trades we made today, and I'll show you my posts on StockTwits so that you can see exactly what time and what price they were made. So if you're looking at these charts here on the left-hand side, we've got a 2-minute chart. So that's going to be each of these little bars indicates a 2-minute time period and the price action during that time period. On the right-hand side, we have a 5-minute chart. Okay, so basically what we were looking at today was, zoom out a little bit here, we had a big gap down. So this gray area, this is aftermarket from the previous day, and this is pre-market this morning. Big gap down. And anytime you see a gap down like this and it's fading right into the open, you can expect a pretty big drop, and that's definitely what they got. Went from right around 575 to a low of, let's see, what's that low there? 444. Before bouncing back up. Now, unfortunately, I was busy with some other investments at the time. I missed the initial drop, but a lot of times, and this is important, a lot of times when you see a big drop off in the morning like that, you're going to get a bit of a relief bounce. As you can see here, there's a nice relief bounce, but it couldn't hold out. A really, really, really important factor is that the markets were tanking. Oil prices dropped again, below 30 bucks, and this is an energy company. Okay, they're tied in with a few others about an upcoming deal that's supposed to be going through, but right now they're basically all having to tighten up their wallets and their spending, and so that poses a big issue when you're trying to start up new projects with other companies. So essentially, it just started tanking with the Dow, tanking with the oil price, and then we got this little relief bounce right around here. Okay, now as you can see, this purple line is the VWAP. That's the volume weighted average price. Okay, that's really important because it kind of serves as a resistance and a support. As you can see right here, it bounced down below it and popped back up, and then it shot up again. It's an indicator of pretty good support at that level. But with that kind of a massive sell-off and with the markets failing, it was pretty obvious that right around the level of the VWAP here at the time, which was just about $5, that if it broke back down below that, it was going to start to fade. So let's jump over to StockTwits. Okay, so here we go. ETE. This is my post heading back to low of day, and this is where I entered. As you can see, I posted it at let's see, $5.04. So I was just about where the VWAP was. I think it was at 5, but I was pretty set on it dropping below that. It didn't look like it was getting much buy volume in. So from the time I posted it, it dropped almost an entire dollar. So that turned out to be a really nice trade. So if you go back to Thinkorswim, check out the chart. Close down here around 4. Okay, so that's a really nice move. That's what we're looking for when we go for those those relief bounces here. You just gotta look for these double tops. Look for any chart indicator that's going to tell you that it's not getting enough buying pressure here, that it's going to start to fade out. You zoom in here, you can see you had a little rise here, came down, posted a lower high, started breaking down, and then it broke down through the VWAP and just spent the rest of the day cruising downwards. So that's basically picture perfect short sell. It's a repeatable process. Anybody can do it. You just have to know what you're looking for, and you have to know what indicators are going to be important for that particular trade. Let's see. So the other one that was tied in with this company, and typically if there's two companies that are relatable, if they're working together or anything like that, especially if it's a deal where the two are tightly involved, you can expect similar price action on both of their stocks, especially if they're involved in oil and oil is dropping on the day. So as you can see, it was fading into the open, and it just absolutely tanked. It went from 15 at the open down to about 10.5. Okay. Now again, we had a nice big relief bounce, okay? And if you're really good, you can ride both ends of this and then ride it down on the third if you want to. I mean, some guys can nail these, all day long. I personally, sometimes on the big sell-offs in the morning, I'm a little hesitant. Like I said this morning, I was tied up with some other trades, so I didn't have an opportunity to get on the first dip. But this bounced up to about the $14 range. And it came up here, and the high right there was 13.93. And when you see candle peak out like that and then a big drop, you can expect that sooner rather than later it's going to start fading. And sure enough, started fading, started fading, started fading. And then again, you've got the VWAP line right here. The second it broke down through that the second time, it just continued to tank down. It went from 1250 down to 10.22. And as I said before, repeatable trades, you just got to look for these relief buying pressures, and then eventually they're going to fade back out because the news on the company is terrible. You know, people are going to buy this as a bounce, basically. They're just looking for a quick little profit, and then they're going to get out. And that leaves the rest of the day for it to just keep sinking down. So anytime you've got a company with bad news, especially in the energy sector, and the Dow's dropping, S&P's dropping, everything's fading away, you can really profit on just simple moves like this. So let's jump back over to StockTwits, and my first post on WMB was at 8:07, and let's see, watching for the fade out, bearish. Got short on it at 13.03 or right around there. I posted this message shortly after I opened the trade. And as you can see, it has dropped $1.78 since then into the close. So, you know, I closed it out, let's see, yeah, just about in the, I think it was 11.15, 11.20 range. And that's pretty much where it stayed after the rest of the day. But, you know, as you can see, from the break of the VWAP all the way down, turns into a really nice trade. So yeah, that's it for the short sells of the day. We'll get back to you guys with another trade as soon as I've got them to post. So stay tuned in. I will continue to post videos. Again, if you ever have any questions about the technicals, about the chart setup, about you know, anything, any of the studies, there's no stupid questions, you know. Just fire away. I know a lot of people are new to stock investing, and not everybody knows the studies and the technicals. So if you have any questions at all, just hit me up on StockTwits or Twitter at OZ_bulls. Let me know, you know, and I'm happy to help you out, teach you what I know, and hopefully you can learn to profit too. Okay, have a nice day.